Hello and good morning. So it's Saturday the 20th of May and it's time for another rail tour. So last time out it was the Baker's Dozen rail tour, and today it is something completely different. So we're not going anywhere near the capital other than the start point of Finchley Park, but we are on the Barrow Hill rail tour. So the clue's in the name. We will be going up to Barrow Hill for the beer and music festival that they have there, as well as a look around the Barrow Hill Roundhouse. So I'm incredibly excited for that, and I'm not on my own. I've got Graham behind the camera who's joining me as well. A bit more of a professional look this time. Got our own down the line rail polo tops on, so yeah, why not? Something a bit different. Yeah, our train arrives at 08:04, so we've got about 30 minutes until then. So while we are at Stevenage, we will have a bit of a train spot and just have a little look around. So we'll show you that as we await for the rail tour to arrive, and I hope you enjoy this. So welcome once again to Down the Line. Right then, so the plan for today, so as I mentioned, the tour starts at Finsbury Park and then will make its way to stop at Potter's Bar, Stevenage, where we are currently at, and also Huntingdon and Peterborough to pick up passengers only. So possibly at Peterborough I may jump off and do a bit of filming there. I think we've got about 6 minutes, so a little bit of time to squeeze in. And then when we venture up, we will be going along past Towton, and stopping at Alfreton and Chesterfield to drop off passengers for a couple of off-train options, which I will share while we're on our way. And then it will venture up towards Barrow Hill, as I mentioned, from there. I will include the route as well as describing the route there and back. So on the way back it will be something completely different, but all the same. I think it was meant to be a 69, but for some issues it is going to be a top and tail class 66 hauled tour, so get the numbers for them as well. But yeah, very excited. So this is going to be a great tour. I've always wanted to go to Barrow Hill, so I'll get as much of that as I can. But yeah, like I said, little look around and on with the tour. Right, so the tour's here, time to take our seats, and while I am doing that, I'm going to show you the planned route for today, so enjoy. As we departed Stevenage, we took our seats and got comfortable for the next 4 hours on our journey up to Barrow Hill. As always, I had a look at the day's itinerary booklet, which was packed with all the information for the day, including timings and a route map to keep you right up to date with the journey. Soon after, Huntingdon was going to be our next stop, and then it was onwards up the East Coast Main Line to Peterborough. Right, and there we go, we are at Peterborough. So far so good, bang on time, few refreshments, and it's been a very enjoyable journey. In comfy seats, so you can't really complain. You never can with UK Railtours. It's always a fantastic journey no matter what. So yeah, like I said, bang on time, and then from here we're going to head up along past Nottingham, Beeston, up to Ilkeston, around that way, and then we're on to Alfreton and Chesterfield. So I will probably see you at Chesterfield. Upon departure from Peterborough, we ventured further up the East Coast Main Line towards Grantham, where we diverted off towards Nottingham. However, there was a little short delay as a failed Class 37 was blocking our route, so we had to wait for a new one. But nevertheless, it was great to see a 37 all the same. The route included some fantastic scenery as we made our way towards the first two drop-off points of Alfreton and Chesterfield. Right, okay then, so we have stopped now at Chesterfield, so I've jumped off for a bit of a leg stretch, but one thing I wanted to quickly just run through, so you'll notice that we stopped at Alfreton and now we're stopping at Chesterfield. That is because there are two other off-train options that passengers have chosen to do. So at Alfreton, there was the Crouch Tramway Village, which looks fairly good actually, so that might be something for the future plans. And also here at Chesterfield, there will be people will be going to the coaches and on to Chatsworth House and Gardens, which, judging by the pictures I've seen, looks incredible. But for me, having not been to Barrow Hill and what is there, that was the must. So we're going to go and see it, and all the same, so we're not too far out, probably another, I don't know, probably 20 odd minutes or so before we're there, but looking forward to it all the same. So back on we go, and I'll see you at Barrow Hill. Soon enough, we made our way into Barrow Hill, and I was certainly not expecting the amount of locomotives and rolling stock that I was about to see. What a treat this was. Here we are, what a journey that was, and we are now at Barrow Hill Roundhouse. So when we come in from the Network Rail side of things, we went up the branch a little bit and then reversed back in, so it added on another few minutes. However, from what we saw in the yard was unbelievable. There was a Deltic, 37s, some 20s, all sorts, some peaks even. But now we are here, and we're here for at least another 3.5 hours. So we're going to have a little look around the Roundhouse. We're going to add in a bit of a history lesson about the Roundhouse and its history here as well as having a look, of course, at the reason why we are here, the Beer and Music Festival. So there's plenty to see while we're here. We'll cram it all in, and then we'll head back towards Stevenage later on. When we do go back, I will include the highlights of the route back, as it is a lot different to what we have just came here on. But nonetheless, we'll park that for now. Time for Barrow Hill, and enjoy. Barrow Hill opened in 1870 and is a former Midland Railway roundhouse. It now serves as a railway heritage centre after its closure in 1991. Barrow Hill is also Grade 2 listed and holds very keen interest for railway enthusiasts to come and have a look at a variety of locomotives and rolling stock, as well as the Deltic Preservation Society. It also holds events within the roundhouse, such as the one we're at today, and it also has some TV commitments as well. Now here's a treat you don't see every day. Here at Barrow House, it is well renowned for their turntable, and we are exactly going around it right now. This is one of those experiences that not everyone gets to do, so I'm absolutely thankful for the UK Railtours and the guys at Barrow Hill Roundhouse of giving me this opportunity, as well as Graham behind the camera. But nonetheless, we'll see it go round, and then we'll carry on with the festival. Brilliant. Right, so you've had a history lesson and you've had a glimpse around the festival, and I have to say it is fairly busy, and there is plenty, I would say plenty to see, but there is plenty to drink, that is for definite. Nonetheless, I'm gonna put the camera away for a bit now, just enjoy it, maybe get some bite to eat, and there is some live shunting going on with an O3 shunter, so we'll get a glimpse of that as well. As you know, got to enjoy myself. My glass is half empty or half full, depends how you look at life. But yes, so next time I will see you will be as we wait for the train back to Stevenage, but we'll see some more clips nonetheless. So see you then.
With a fun time at the festival, our pair of Class 66s rolled into the platform and we made our way back towards London.
Right, so we're back on board the train in these very comfortable seats. So that was a fantastic time, plenty to see and plenty to do, and also an empty souvenir to match, and a full one from my compatriot next to me. But nonetheless, that was a fantastic time. So we're going to head back on a different route now. We're going to head back down towards Derby, and then pass there through the east of Birmingham, past places like Small Heath and Tyseley. And also then from there down past Leamington Spa onto the Chiltern lines, past Acton and back up round to where we started. So we'll get as much of that as we can. So what I will do on the way back, I will share you the highlights of that journey, and I will see you back in Stevenage. And 14 hours later, we are now back at Stevenage, although dark and a bit chilly, hence the coat. Nonetheless, what a tour that was. UK Railtours never fails, does it? It's always top notch. And I have to say, this was really, really good. The amount of different rolling stock, locomotives, everything you could want from this tour. Just a brief one. The next tour is next Saturday on the 27th, which is the powerful Parkstone Panorama, which starts here in Stevenage and will head round Stratford up towards Norwich. So if you fancy going on that, book away, or if you want to look at any others that are planned for UK Railtours, go on their website at ukrailtours.co.uk or their Facebook page, etc. But nonetheless, I'm now going to get in the car and head back to Milton Keynes because I'm quite tired. That was a very long day, but nonetheless, thank you very much to Liz from UK Railtours and everyone involved for inviting me on and making it special once again. But I will see you next time down the line.